Today, the moon is in Taurus, and I want to talk about the best ways to get into a groove that makes you happy and why we are talking about that now with the moon in Taurus reaching the end of the current moon cycle that began with a new moon in Taurus. I'm Marina Ormes here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, June 14th. Thank you so much for being here with me. Yesterday, we looked at the moon going into Taurus, and we talked a little bit about what it means to have the moon be in the same sign that it was in at the beginning of the moon cycle, and how we're bringing some completion to those themes that got put in motion with the May 19th new moon in Taurus. And now as we're heading into the new moon in Gemini, that will be Saturday night, we are continuing in this theme of the moon being in Taurus. And so a couple of things as we are looking at the moon being in Taurus, looking at some of those outer planets and the planets that are hanging out in Taurus, one being Jupiter and the other being Uranus. And what does it mean when the moon then goes into that sign as it passes by those planets? So remember, because they're outer planets, they're moving more slowly. The moon is just kind of zipping by. So when the moon goes through Taurus, this time it passed by Jupiter last night, and it will pass by Uranus later tonight. So kind of in both cases, in the US time zones, at least, it will be, late evening into night or wee hours of the morning, depending on how you look at that. But so for the most part, kind of late in the day and or when we're sleeping, but it brings this energy of the connection between the moon and that planet. So last night's was the moon passing by Jupiter. Jupiter brings expansion. So themes of abundance having to do with physical things. And so that could be things of value. It could be money. It could be values. It could be, looking at large collections of physical things. And again, it's bringing up the themes of these energies. So can I definitively say when the moon passes by Jupiter in Taurus, you will get a bunch of money? No, I can't say that, because first of all, because it's affecting all of us on the planet, right? And so the same thing is not going to happen to every person at the same time. So it doesn't work that way. But can I say it will bring themes of your relationship to the ways that your body needs to be cared for, including money? It might bring up issues around money. It also might bring up other kinds of issues around food or objects. Again, collections of things. It could be also art. It could be things that are very tangible, like music, or art in the sense of visual art, right? It's going to be something that impacts our senses, because that's what Taurus does. So any of those themes might be coming up for you. Particularly, I would look at, what were the intentions that you had at the last new moon? Because whatever's coming up now in Taurus is going to somehow be helping you to understand or integrate or implement in some way that is going to be helping you keep on track with your intentions and be in alignment with the things you want to create. Okay, so that's Jupiter. Jupiter brings a feeling of bigness, and that again can show up in a variety of different ways. It can also bring what's the word? Sort of uncontrolled. Can't think of the word, but out of control expansion. So it can inflation. That's more what I'm thinking, like themes of of growth and inflation that may or may not be something good, right? It's not necessarily good or bad. It just has to do with themes of expansion, growth, inflation, potentially overindulgence, and just not having that sense of the stop signs being there, the normal things that might stop us from uncontrolled growth. And so it's just a theme, right? We don't know how it will show up. Okay, and then tonight, later on the technically early Thursday morning, the moon in Taurus will pass by Uranus, and Uranus is the planet of shakeup and change. So hanging out in Taurus, that is the planet. I've referred to it at different points in these videos. It's the planet that is helping us have no choice about a new normal. It's helping us shake up our sense of routine, our sense of stability, and bringing in stability, but in that process also inviting in this chance to create reality and what we consider to be normal and what we consider to be, right, our groove, our routines, what we do all the time that we don't think about in new ways and in ways that might work better for us. So because today we're talking about the best ways that get into a groove that makes you happy, thinking about how we might want to shake things up, how we might want to do it differently, where we might want to think about a little bit of expansion, or growing in the right ways, in the right direction, in ways that, are healthy and good and bring more happiness. So in other words, what do you want more of and what do you not want more of, right? So when you focus on what you do want more of, then that Jupiter energy can feed that and help it grow. So what makes you happy? Looking at your intentions. In what ways do those intentions make you happy? What makes you feel good? Because that is, that's what really underlies everything we want. We want this feeling of happiness. We want to feel good. We want positive vibes. We want, and part of life is going through some of the hard stuff too, but the reason we go through that hard stuff is so that we can have those moments of feeling like we've worked on it. We did that healing, having that feeling of bringing about the shift, the change, the results. And so some ways to get into a groove that makes you happy are, always thinking about your intentions and what are your intentions and what are some habits, some routines, some patterns you can put in place that are going to support those intentions and align with what you are becoming, what you are creating. So in other words, thinking about, what you want, what your intentions are, and then asking yourself, what are my daily habits, my daily routines, the rhythms of life that I have established, and how do you want to bring in either new habits, new patterns, or make some shifts to your old habits and routines, or even just without changing anything, even just bringing happiness into them. Breathing in some positive feelings and thoughts and, ability to believe in the positive things unfolding, and bringing that into your everyday routines, your habits, your patterns. What is your normal? What are you doing, and how to be normal in a way that is in more alignment with the happy place and the things that you want to create. So if your life, already has happiness, that's great. If you have things that make you happy, ways that you've had happiness in the past, or you do have happiness every day in your life, breathe in the ability to grow those and to bring shake up to your life, to bring in more of that. So the cracks that are letting the light in, let that light come into the right places. Focus on where the light is coming in and how you can support that. That's how we are going to think about getting into a groove, and creating our own rhythms of nature that work for us and that work with our intentions. Of course, continuing to do your daily gratitude practice so that you're supporting those pathways of receiving and receiving more of the things that bring pleasure into your life and make you happy and bring about the results that are important to you, because your soul has something that is drawing you forward, that is pulling you to actualize who you are here to be. And getting in alignment with that, trusting that, and making choices that support the unfolding of that. So thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Ormes, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm here every day with daily self-care videos aligning with the moon, the planets, and more, for unshakable self-care. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.